President Obama seeking ways to block American insurance group bonuses, and the president calls the $165 million in bonuses an outrage to the taxpayers. The government will pursue every legal avenue to block millions and millions of dollars in bonus payments for American International Group Incorporated executives. President Barack Obama has said, calling the bonuses an outrage to the taxpayers who bailed out the giant insurer. Yes, that is true. It is an outrage. Totally outrageous. In the last 6 months, AIG has received substantial sums from the U.S. Treasury, and I've asked Secretary Geithner to use that leverage and pursue every legal avenue to block these bonuses and make the American taxpayers whole, Obama said. The president was speaking as he unveiled plans to help small businesses. In his remarks, he said AIG, which has benefited from more than $170 billion in federal rescue funding and is 80% owned by taxpayers, is a company in distress due to recklessness and greed. Yes, pure greed. Under these circumstances, it's hard to understand how derivative traders at AIG warranted any bonuses, much less $165 million in extra pay. How do they justify this outrage to the taxpayers who are keeping the company afloat? The president said. The president's stern remarks echoed the growing indignation in Washington and on Main Street over the bonuses. Taxpayer-funded bonuses. How can it be? There's nothing right about that at all. It is an abomination of some kind. It's not right. If the government owns 80% of this company, then the U.S. government should tell them no bonuses whatsoever. New York Attorney General Andrew Cuomo sent a letter to AIG's chairman, Edward Liddy, requesting a full accounting for the bonuses, CNBC has reported. According to CNBC, the letter requests a list of those who received the bonuses, what their roles are, and why they deserve the bonuses. Earlier, Representative Barney Frank charged that AIG's decision to pay millions and millions of dollars in executive bonuses amounts to rewarding incompetence. That is true also. Supposedly, these people may have a right to their bonuses, but they don't have a right to their jobs forever, said Frank, echoing outrage expressed on both sides of the political aisle in the wake of revelations that AIG will pay roughly $165 million in bonuses. The money was payable to executives by Sunday and was part of a larger total payout, reportedly valued at $450 million. AIG has argued that it was contractually obligated to pay the bonuses, then break the contract. Appearing on NBC's Today Show, Frank noted that the Federal Reserve Board, using a Depression-era statute, was the institution that gave AIG its initial government bailout. Before Congress passed legislation providing for additional assistance, he said he did not think sufficient safeguards were built into that initial bailout by the Fed. that is also true. Barney Frank, a Democrat and chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, also added on NBC's Today Show, but it does appear to be that we're rewarding incompetence. Again, it does appear to be that we're rewarding incompetence. Greed, pure greed, has brought this mess upon us. On ABC's Good Morning America, Monday, Senator Richard Shelby said Congress must do everything it can to make sure the government money going to AIG is handled appropriately. The Alabama Republican, who is a ranking member of his party on the Banking Committee, also said he was angry, as he should be. We ought to explore everything that we can through the government to make sure that this money is not wasted, Shelby said. These people brought this on themselves, and now you're rewarding failure. A lot of these people should be fired, not awarded bonuses. This is horrible. It's outrageous. Yes, totally outrageous. Barney Frank said he was disgusted, asserting that these bonuses are going to people who screwed this thing up enormously. Maybe it's time to fire some people, he said. We can't keep them from getting bonuses, but we can keep them from having their jobs. In high school, they wouldn't have gotten retention bonuses. They would have gotten detention. Barney Frank said Congress intends to make very clear that it will not stand for any more abuses of this nature. Frank's statement came as AIG revealed it used more than $90 billion in federal aid to pay out foreign and domestic banks, some of which had received their own multi-billion-dollar U.S. government bailouts. So now, Citigroup and other companies can say that they're making money. Now, well, yes, because we bailed them out and give them billions and billions of dollars, and they can give bonuses, taxpayer-funded bonuses. It's not right at all. Some of the biggest recipients of the AIG money were Goldman Sachs at $12.9 billion and three European banks at $11.9 billion. The German bank at $11.8 billion, and Britain's Barclays plc at $8.5 billion. Merrill Lynch, which also is undergoing federal scrutiny of its bonus plans, received $6.8 billion as of December 31st. The ability of AIG to meet its obligations is important to the stability of the U.S. financial system and to getting credit flowing to households and businesses, the Federal Reserve said. The money went to banks to supposedly cover their losses on complex mortgage investments, as well as for collateral needed for other transactions. Billions or trillions of dollars just given away. Other banks receiving between $1 billion and $3 billion from AIG's Securities Lending Unit include Citigroup Incorporated, Switzerland's UBS AG, and Morgan Stanley. Municipalities in certain states, including California, Virginia, and Hawaii, received a total of $12.1 billion under guaranteed investment agreements. Anyway, pure greed, and paying bonuses to people who really don't deserve them. They don't deserve these bonuses because this is supposed to be taxpayer money, not for huge bonuses for a few people. Again, there's something wrong with this picture, with this story. Anyway, And there's something bigger going on here. More than all this. And these are more signs of the end times, last days, transition days. And transition equals change. Real change must come.